Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel, on this beautiful day. How you guys and girls doing? Hope you're doing great. Today we're gonna be making another video in the State RPG series. But before we get started, I just want to tell you to please go down into the description box and check out all the useful links. You got all kinds of stuff down there to playlists, other things to learn C++. You got my support page, you got my Twitter. You can follow me on there if you want. And you can also subscribe or like if you want to, otherwise just keep watching and it's fine with me. But yeah, let's just get started. So today's video is going to be more about just kind of how do you call it, let's just create some attacking and defending functions for the character and the enemy. So we'll be able to make some kind of a attack combat test in game state just to try our combat out, and it won't be done in this video because it'll be too long, but we'll actually prepare for that in this video. So in the next video we'll have some kind of attacking and defending going on. But for that, let's just go ahead into character and let's create some stuff. So we're gonna make sure that we can get some kind of damage, HP and defense and hit rating and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do make a copy of this, get Y, and I'm gonna paste it down here. I'm gonna say we're probably gonna need a get level function, and what that's gonna do is it's just gonna return this level. I'm gonna copy paste this, and I think level is an integer, so we're just gonna change that to int, and then just paste that. And then we need to make a few of these for let's see, what else do we need? HP, get HP, this HP, that's also an integer. So we're going to make sure that's an int so we can go into the negatives. I could probably fix that later on if we need larger numbers. I should use unsigned or long, unsigned long or something like that, just to make a really huge number. So that's get HP, and then what else are we gonna do? We're gonna do get HP, get stamina, maybe get stamina, paste it there. And the important stuff, which is damage and defense and hit rating. So let me just do that. Get damage. So as we get damage, I need to get something in between minimum and maximum. So we'll just do that outside. We won't do it in here. I'll just do get damage and then get damage max, like this, and then we'll get to the important stuff. Get defense. Don't worry about copy or like having to rewrite this in enemy, because we're just going to copy paste everything since the variables names are the same, and we're doing this inline in here in the H file, so we don't have to change any names or anything like that. Defense, and then we're going to go ahead and do hit rating, obviously. Hit rating. So there we go. Now we got a bunch of stuff, bunch of data we can get out, and yeah, that's cool. So we're gonna make a function in here as well. We have add exp, and we're gonna make a void set dead, and this function is gonna help us in when the character is dead. We're gonna make sure we reset some stuff, or we can do anything we need in here, right? So it's a really good function to have. So I'm just gonna go ahead and define that in character.cpp. It should be here somewhere. I think it was all the way up even. Where the hell is that? Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that under my comment here just to make it sure it's all nice and tidy. And in here I'm gonna do this. HP equals 0. So if we die, we might have a negative HP. So I'm just gonna set that to 0 just to make sure nothing happens. And then we might do some other stuff. Whatever. So yeah, there you go. And once we do that, that's fine. Let me just make another function here. Inline const bool get dead. is dead. I don't know, something like that. Const if, let's see, there we go, return this HP is less or equal to 0. That's all you have to do. So this will return a kind of a true or false if this is true or false, right? So if this HP is less or equal to 0, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Okay? Or it should be is alive, right? Is greater, so less than equal to 0. If it is less than equal to 0, then you're probably dead. And that means this should be true. Okay, so that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And then set dead, obviously this HP is 0. Now I'm just gonna copy paste all of this stuff just like that. Copy paste, and I put it into enemy.h. And we're gonna make a little, why is this a lowercase? There we go. Accessors. And I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the stuff that doesn't need to be here. So everything else you see is required to be here. It's all the same name, so we don't have to change anything. All I have to do is I need to make a void set dead function here, like that. And I'm just gonna control period enter on that. Define it for enemies.cpp right here, and the same kind of idea with this function. We can do some stuff if the enemy dies or whatever. So I'm just going to this HP equals 0. So if it's below 0, and then I'll do some other stuff later on, whatever. We'll just leave it at that. So there we go. We got a bunch of stuff here. We got a bunch of stuff going. We can use all these different functions in game state. And I was thinking in the next video, we're gonna create a little function down here. We're gonna create a void combat test. All right, that's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna create a combat test kind of menu choice, and then we're gonna be able to just flesh that out. Whoops, just flesh that out, and we should be fine. So in game state, I should have created the combat test here. I'm gonna put that above everything, just like that, and I can play around with it in here. And in here, we're gonna do all that stuff. So I'm gonna make a new option for our little menu at 5, and I'm gonna say combat test. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do, combat test. And we're gonna have a fleshed out combat system, so don't worry about this being really shallow, because we're gonna create a whole different state for combat. And in that state, we can do whatever the hell we want to do when it comes to combat. So there's no need to worry, okay? Don't worry about it. So I'm just going to copy my case 2. And I'm going to paste it twice because I want to set case 4. Oh, I didn't mean to run that. Oh, God. Yeah, damn it. What button did I press? F5 probably? Okay, 4, 5. It doesn't matter. Nope. Get the hell out of my life. Obviously, I'll write 6 instead of... God damn it. Sometimes I fat finger so bad. But there we go. So, and then we're gonna do this combat test. Boom. That's it. Okay, that's it. So that's how it's gonna work. And I'm just gonna say remove later. Should be what do you call it? State. Just so I remember. You know, you never know with me, man. I just sometimes, man, I'm dumb sometimes. But for now, I don't. Doesn't seem to be any problems. Let me just see. Okay, so what can we do? Let's just test combat tests. So let's see. We'll probably have a little while loop in here while this character is dead, which it should not be, and or let's see, or we'll probably have an enemy class here. Enemy this. Oh yeah, it should have the level of the character, most probably. Get level like this. So we created an enemy temporary, and we'll say enemy dot is dead. or enemy is not dead, then we'll keep going. But as soon as one of these die, yeah, we'll print something out. So that's the whole combat. If, or we could do this. We could actually do this just to prepare. Bool end combat. What should we call this? End combat equals false. And then we'll say while end combat, just like that, we'll run this whole thing. And if this character is dead, then we'll do some stuff. Else if this, or no, just enemy dot is dead, we'll do some other stuff. All right, so yeah, that's how it's kind of gonna work, and only one of these should be able to die, obviously. And then we'll just say combat end, or end combat equals true, and end combat equals true. So there we go. That's about it. That's kind of the basic structure of it. And I'll probably continue this in the next video, since this video might be a little too long otherwise. But yeah, there you go. That's a start. At least we created some functionality and stuff. We'll continue on this in the next video. But again, like I said, please check out the description box. We've got a bunch of stuff down there. It's useful. My support page, Twitter, again, follow me there if you can. It really helps me out. Like or subscribe really helps me out as well. If you like the content, but it's free, so it doesn't really matter. If you don't want to do it, it's fine. Just keep watching, and I hope you're learning something, and I hope these series are helping you in going through your programming life, kind of your programming career. So thank you again so much for all the support, to all of you who watch my videos and help me out. Thank you, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. All right, take care. All right, bye bye.